The Old Galveston Custom House, also known as the United States Custom House and Courthouse. This building was formerly a customs house, post office, United States District Court for the Eastern District of Texas, and later for the Southern District of Texas. The first customs house in Galveston and Texas predates this one by 3 decades. While Mexico still maintained control of Texas, a customs house was established in 1830, a few years after the port was officially founded. This customs house would have been small and more like an office. After Texas won its independence and the United States gained control of Texas, Galveston's population and significance developed through the 1840s and 50s. The port was recognized as one of the most important ports to the nation as the United States began to spread west towards California. The ease of access to a protected deep-water port and proximity to the frontier transformed this small sandbar into a thriving city and a means of taxation by the federal government. By the late 1850s, the Galveston Port and Business community was focused on wholesale commerce. Galveston was the main pass-through for all goods imported into Texas and dispersed into Indian Territory, Louisiana, and New Mexico. Tariffs were collected by the federal government on all goods that entered into Texas. United States Congress approved the funds for the Customs House in 1855. Construction began in 1860. The building was built at an unprecedented pace and completed in 114 days. That's just under 4 months, completed just in time for Texas secession from the United States. During the Civil War, the Confederate Army utilized the building as their headquarters, as it was one of the few brick and iron buildings on the island at the time. However, by 1863, Union and Confederate resources were strained. Neither side could truly claim Galveston as their own for more than a few weeks. In 1862, the Union Navy arrived at the port of Galveston and easily took the city, as there were very few Confederate forces to protect Galveston from capture by the Union. The Union Navy stayed docked near Coons Wharf, and during the day would raise an American flag at the Customs House, and towards the end of the day, take the flag down and retreat to their ship. The Union nor Confederacy had the resources to maintain control of Galveston. Whichever side had control of the city at the time, they made sure to capture this building. At the completion of the Civil War, the Confederacy officially surrendered at a ceremony at this building. The building was an active courthouse until 1937, when the courts and customs house were moved to Rosenberg Avenue. One notable fact about this building is that it was in the direct line of destruction during the 1885 fire. Thanks to its brick and iron build, the building only sustained minor damages. This U.S. Customs House was placed in the National Register of Historic Places in 1970, and during an extensive campaign by the Galveston Historical Foundation, the building was restored. Be sure to take a walk around this building and check out the columns and cornices. All of them are the original design, and most of them are original and have not been replaced. Cast in New York City in the late 1850s and shipped to Galveston for construction. If you'll notice the south side of this customs house, first-hand accounts from the Battle of Galveston describe hiding on this side of the building as the USS Harriet Lane hurled cannonballs and shells towards the Confederate Army during the Battle of Galveston. Enjoy this building's architecture and unique history of being the government's swift response to taxation and tariffs during the Manifest Destiny. Be sure to read the granite historical marker on the northeast side of the building, dedicated to the citizens of Galveston during the Civil War. For more information on this topic or another audio guide, be sure to check out the description below.